It's back, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong, still have a lot to set up still, but ladies and gentlemen, it's back. We are bringing back the roaming Suicune hunt. I'm going to try to do this at least once a month. I also was cooking dinner at the last minute, so I'm going to be eating dinner for the first 20 minutes here. But I wanted to make sure we started on time. That was the one thing. And now we're here. Watch me get it first try. That'd be amazing. First try after 1,300 encounters. It'd be great to do that. Yeah, I was dumb and thought, that the DLC came out today. They had, like, obviously some, like, internet giveaway stuff that came out today. But that was it. So the DLC comes out December 10th, and I'm like, okay, well, that's not enough of a reason to, like, stream today, so I'll just do that later, next week. So, in the meantime, we're going to do some roaming Suicune. I was able to get the GameCube and everything set up today, double-check the overlays, double-check the sound. Had a little bit of a sound hiccup with the intro, but we got that solved, so we're good now. Speaking of, let me know if there are any sound issues. If music is too loud, if game audio is too loud, let me know. Audio is good? Okay, perfect. Also, let me take care of some logistical stuff. So I got a Hydrate, a Shiny Luck, thank you for the Shiny Luck stacks, and random beeps. So let me get the beeps going here. So here's the Hydrate. Alright, Stacks, your beeps are on the way. Lejeune also redeeming some beeps. My B-Day is this Friday, same day as Five Nights at Freddy 2 release. My birthday was on... I guess it wasn't on the Minecraft release day, but I went and saw the Minecraft movie on my birthday. Happy birthday, Lejeune. Hope everything's going well in your life. I saw that both of you punched in some 3 stream streaks. Congratulations on that. Let me also make sure that I'm keeping an eye on my YouTube chat as well. So keep that in the window. Yeah, I'm excited to have, like, background music again for the stream. I haven't had that in a while. I guess I should post my go live. Oh my god, I have to do a little bit of this. That link. Let's throw this in some channels and call it good. That's all we need. Alright, close that. What did I make for dinner? I made my chicken and rice with vegetable sauce, and I make the sauce from scratch. It is my go-to meal during the week, and the sauce is good for like 3 or 4 portions. Added a little bit of paprika this time. I'm hoping that it didn't dry it out. It's a little dry, but it's better than no sauce at all. Yeah, the way I make it is I have it's 6 Roma tomatoes, a green, red, and yellow bell pepper, a white onion. You can do a yellow onion too, depends on what you prefer. And then a garlic clove. And you just like slice up all the vegetables. I dice the onions, put it all on a tray with like parchment paper under it so it doesn't ruin the tray. Drizzle the whole thing in olive oil, sprinkle with salt. Throw it in the oven for like 30 minutes on 420 degrees. And then take all of them, throw all of the cooked vegetables in a blender, and then throw in some more olive oil and lemon juice to help it coagulate. And then you got a sauce. I think I found the recipe on like Instagram or something. Because for the longest time, I was just doing chicken and rice, no sauce. And I was like, I'm definitely missing something here. And like, I'm not like, I don't have the greatest palate. I'll pretty much eat whatever gets the job done. But I definitely felt like I was missing something, especially after eating that for a really long time. So I was happy to find this recipe. And I've been running with this for like 2 years now. But how are y'all's days? Sax, what are you up to? I was tuned into Black Scarecrow earlier. He's hunting for Mischievous and Still Magikarp in Gen 4. But he did a little bit of roamer encounters at the end of stream for Entei and Suicune, so it's fun to watch. I almost forgot to put the... Oh, there are jalapenos in this as well. 2 jalapenos. I almost forgot to put those in today. This would have been very bland if they did not... If jalapenos were not in here. I'm chilling. Did a bit of hunting earlier. May continue here in a little while, or might hop back onto Super Mario Galaxy. Nice! That's a good game to go back to. Oh my gosh, you know what? I was thinking about this, because okay. I was thinking about this, where, Chopin is playing, he's here! Welcome in! Welcome in, Black Scarecrow. And then we also have Graphic ZNV3196 on YouTube side. Who are we looking to get today? We're trying to get Roaming Suicune. And I'm just taking my time finishing up dinner here, and then we will get right into it. Finally got a no controller for my TV, so I can set it to full screen now. Hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, so you mentioned Super Mario Galaxy, and that reminded me that Chopin is playing Luigi's Mansion, because he's just doing... It's basically just GameCube Mondays at this point, which I'm all for. And it made me realize that, like, oh, he couldn't play Super Mario Galaxy because it's a Wii game. And then it made me think of, like, oh, what are my other favorite Wii games that I would recommend? And I would recommend Zelda Twilight Princess. And then I realized, holy cow, there was a release for Zelda Twilight Princess on the GameCube. So if he really wanted to, he could play it on the GameCube. So y'all are gonna have to help me whisper into his ear to play Zelda Twilight Princess after Luigi's Mansion. Because that is by far my favorite Zelda game. And I haven't played a lot of Zelda games, and I understand that I'm in, not the minority camp, but, like, I just haven't played all of the earlier ones, especially the ones for, like, the Nintendo 64. But I'd really like to recommend that to him. Because it's also, like, I don't know, the Zelda games are, like, very whimsical by nature. I think he would really enjoy this one, because it's got a lot more darker themes to it. It's the only one that's rated, like, T. It's the only Zelda game that's rated T, I'm pretty sure. So, I'm excited for him to play it. Hopefully he'll play it. But yeah, GameCube Mondays are pretty nice. I like that they're at noon. It's just noon on Mondays usually when I do all my errands. So I get stuck in a spot where I'm like, oh, I really want to take care of all this today. But I can't, and I shouldn't. But allowed. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's available on the GameCube. And somebody can fact check me on this. Gravik, yes, we are on Twitch. Same username, WPBearTick on Twitch. There are pros and cons to watching on YouTube or Twitch. Twitch, you get to do all the interactive stuff. You get to see, like, the full chat group that is there. Oh my gosh, wait, I don't have the chat box up. Hang on, I have to fix this. Oh wait, is it there? Wait, somebody say something. Oh, it is there. Okay, never mind. Wait, and then graphics, type something real quick. I gotta see if your message is gonna come up. Okay, so the chat box is there. Okay, if you saw the messages coming from YouTube, then it... Okay, testing? Okay, cool. Chat box is working how I want it to. Okay, we got that solved. Don't tell me what to do. Alright, we're nearly done here. Set that over there. I have to redo this. Alright, apologies. Let's try this again. to figure out which controller to use. Okay, it's definitely the other one. Alright. Game Boy player is working. I hooked up my Game Boy Advance SP as my controller. And that's going to get us in our game. I'm also going to turn the audio on my end. Perfect. Oh, and then I have to get my counter going as well. That's the other thing. Alright, we are at the pivotal point. Okay, and then I need to get my counter up. What do I call this thing again? Suicune Total? What counter do I use to this? Wait, hang on. Load Suicune? No, not that one. Oh, no, it's the other one. I use Def Counter for this one. Yeah, and then, wait, what button do I have? Increment number pad 1? Oh, that's right. I had the number pad for this one. All right, we're going to change that. I didn't want that. Okay. We're going to put that down there. Okay. Going to do a test increment. Test increment worked. Alright, first one of the day. Let's do this. The long-awaited return. Alright, we will be using the Viridian method. So, for those who are not aware of what this hunt is, at the end of FireRed and LeafGreen, there is this opportunity to return the Sapphire back to Celio. Oh. Hello? Oh, there we go. Good. Okay, so we return the Sapphire to him. As soon as we return the Sapphire to Celio, that releases one of 3 legendary beasts back into the Kanto region. And it is our goal to locate it as quickly as possible to tell whether or not it's shiny. And we don't know whether or not it's shiny, because its shininess is determined as soon as we give him the Sapphire, right? So our job is to locate Suicune as fast as possible. Now what determines which one you get is based on what your starter is when you play the game. So if you play the one... I think I chose Charmander? I think I chose Charmander? If you choose the one... Whatever starter you choose, it's the one that's super effective against your starter. So I chose Charmander, so Suicune is the one that is released in my region. Oh wait, I'm inside. Sorry, can you tell that I haven't done this in a while? Now, one would ask, how do I know where Suicune is in my region? And the way you can tell is by checking the dex entry for Suicune. And you're probably wondering, okay, well, how, WP Beartech, how do you have Suicune in your Pokedex? Well, I transferred it over from another FireRed and LeafGreen game that has completed it and has unlocked the National Dex and all the fun stuff that goes with it. Okay, so this one is we go south. Because this is a 1 in 3 chance. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So we transferred it from another game. That was a 1 in 16 randomized. That was tough. And now we have that entry in our decks. So what we're doing now is it's called dex checking, which is to determine where Suicune is currently located on the map. And then if it is adjacent to one of the routes that is nearby Viridian City, then we can basically attempt to, like, determine how it's going to move, because it moves like a chess piece on the board. It only moves, like, between routes one at a time to ones that are adjacent to it. Okay, so this time it is in Victory Road. So with this one specifically, it can hop from Victory Road over to the route north of Viridian City, or it can go to Route 22, which is west of Viridian City. So you kind of get to choose where you want to go here. I'm going to predict that it goes north, just to be consistent. And this is a 50-50 chance. So what we're going to do is we're not even going to do the dex check. We're going to blow the white flute and check ourselves. And we hit our 50-50 chance, and that's our first weekend of the stream. We see that it's not shiny, and we reset the game. And we've now done 1,337 Suicune encounters. So you kind of got the idea of what our method is. It's very quick. It's a lot of tedious, like, dex checking and, like, movements, and sometimes it's going to randomize and go to a completely different part of the map. And that's just something that we have to live with the nature of this hunt. Of all of the roamers, Gen 3 probably has the longest method to do it because of the dex checking. Whereas every other region has basically either back and forth method where you can, like, look at the Poketch or something while you're moving back and forth between routes. And Gen 3 does not have that, so we are stuck doing it this way. So yeah, plan for today's stream. We started at 5:30, and we've basically officially started hunting around 6 p.m. My goal is to do this for about 3 hours, and then I'm going to call it a stream. I don't want to do it for too long tonight. Hopefully I can get into a rhythm pretty quickly, but we're not going to go too late tonight. I've got evening obligations. But we'll put in an honest effort, and we'll try to get as many encounters in as we can. As we look back on this hunt that we only do, like, usually in the month of February for Roamer Week. So it feels good to bring this back. I plan on doing this about once a month from here on out. My plan was to bring this back monthly once we got to January. And just with the DLC mix-up and everything, I decided we were going to bring it back early. So this will be... I don't think this will be the only one that we do this month. I think there's an opportunity to do another roaming Suicune hunt later this month. But again, once we get to the holidays, it just gets really weird. So maybe I'll try to get in one next week, and then that'll be the 2 for the month. I also have to kind of lock down what that schedule is going to look like, too. But we've been having a lot of fun with Legends ZA, so I don't want to take away from that while it's still hot. But we're getting back into the rhythm of things now, so I'm glad to be back doing this. Real Roman. This is about as real as the Roman gets for anybody. Now, the question is, like, if I get this Suicune, would I continue roamer hunting? And I would probably find a way to set up some file that I have to do roamer hunting. And I would participate every February, but this has been kind of the thing that I've spent a lot of time on. And I could, like, try to set up maybe, like, a Raikou or Entei or something like that, but this is a 50-50 going south. Hanger Richie and I have save files as needed. Good to know. I don't quite know how to set those up, but I think what I'll probably do is just set it up manually myself. White Flute. Can we hit another 50-50? Doesn't seem so. Let me do a quick check. Yep, it went south. On fort. I'm doing this on my lower TV right now, and this one's a little weird where the frame is like slightly off frame, so there's like part of the screen that you guys can see that I can't see on my TV. But we get by. It was like a $20 TV, and it's about the same size as the one that I have mounted above it. I also found out that my folks have two old TVs that they're just not using anymore, that are like way bigger than the two that I'm using right now. They're too big to mount, but they are a nice size that I would almost consider like reorienting my room to then use those on this bigger desk that I have next to my desk. So I thought about what that setup would look like. And I have the dream of getting back to a 4 TV setup. With 4 GameCubes, 4 GameCube Game Boy Player docks, and 4 system hunting in Gen 4. And I think there's a reality that I could get back to that by the time we get to Safari Week 2026. And I think I would also need 2 more Wavebird receivers that work properly. And I think it can be done. But it's a faraway goal. I'm also heavily considering bringing back the Dragonair hunt and not doing it during Safari Week, and then spending Safari Week just like hunting other stuff. And then that would open up the possibility of doing the Dragonair hunt like once or twice a month. It'd be a rotating Gen 3 game per week. And then I also want to get to a point where I have a dedicated Legends Arceus day, where we just do something in Legends Arceus for the day. The dream is that I get 3 streams in a week, and I'm doing a different game every single day of the week. Also, we have an ad starting soon. Alright, we got a 50-50 going north. Oh! We hit this 50-50. It is not shiny. Got it right in before the ad break. Alright, I'm also going to tap in to our fuel for the stream, Celsius Peach Vibe. I'm not sponsored by Celsius, but it'd be really cool if I was. So Graphics asked, what are you doing? Is this a style of shiny hunting? This is called roamer encounters. Roamer hunting. So there are specific Pokemon that are usually legendaries that roam around the region. And my goal is to determine as quickly as possible whether or not they're shiny, and then I reset the game from the point that I triggered them entering the game. So this conversation I just had with Celio, that puts Suicune into the game. And my goal is to find it as quickly as possible, determine whether or not it's shiny, and then reset the game. So each reset takes anywhere from like 3 to like 15 minutes, depending on like how lucky you get. And then if we find it, and we see that it is indeed shiny, we can just run away from it, save, and that shininess will stay. It is guaranteed to be shiny for the rest of the time that it is in the game. Alright, so we have an early chance here. We're going to go north for it. This is a 1 in 3, so... Okay, it went south. So wait, where would I go for this one? Oh no, I would just go south. Okay, now we go west. How did you see that it was a 50-50 chance, may I ask? So, let's take a look at the map here. This is a good way of thinking about it. So, you can see the map here. There's a red blob, red-pink blob, where Suicune is on the map. So we see that, so, I don't know where to point. There's no way to point on here. Okay, so you see, to the right of the red blob, is that's Viridian City. Now, Suicune cannot spawn in cities or towns. It can only spawn on routes. So, but also the way it moves, it can't move directly from one area and then completely move to the other side of the map. The only way it can do that, it's a 1 in 16 chance that it just randomly moves. But the other 15 out of 16 times it moves, it moves adjacently around the map. So right now where it is on Route 22, it can go north towards Victory Road, or it can go east, where it can go north onto Route 2, or south to Route 1. So right now it has a 1 in 3 chance of going to the route that I want it to go to, because I'm currently on Route 1. Now what happens is, once I go from Route 1, where I currently am, I go back to Viridian, and then it moves one place. So I'm expecting it to move any place that I wasn't just currently, because it cannot move to Route 1 where I just was. So, or no, it can, but like, basically, I'm predicting that it's going to go to another route and then bounce right back to Route 22 here. I'm on Route 1 right now, yes. So I'm predicting that it's going to go to a route that's adjacent to it, and then it's going to bounce right back to Route 22. So I can actually show you, I can show you how it moves. So we'll even do a dex check in Viridian just to kind of show like what happens here. So now I'm back in Viridian City. Now we don't do a dex check here, we just have learned over time that we don't need to do a dex check here. But now we check, it is now on Route 1, but I'm in Viridian City this time. So now it has a chance to go either south, where it's completely too far away from us, or it can go to Route 2, which is north of Viridian, or it can go west onto Route 22, which is west of Viridian. So we're at a 1 in 3 chance of where it could go here, because it can go south, north, or west. So that's where we're kind of just predicting, I'm just going to expect it to go west from here, because that's where it last was. So now we're on the west route. We do a dex check here. Whenever it's a 50-50, we don't do a dex check because that takes up too much time. And we predicted correctly. We're now on Route 22 with Suicune because it bounced from Route 22 west down to Route 1 south, back to Route 22 west, in the matter of me going from south to Viridian to west. So we got fortunate there. And it's a 1 in 3 chance every time with how these work. So we're going to do our white flute. Yes, it bounces a lot. And then there's just a random 1 in 16 chance that it just completely goes to a different part of the map. And then we got our third Suicune, which is not shiny, and we reset. I was thinking you had it dialed that you knew it was a 50-50 for a shiny. I was like, dang. No. Oh, if we had, if I knew a 50-50 chance of whether or not it'd be shiny, that'd be insane. That'd be like poker radar stuff. That'd be crazy. So, anytime I look at the map graphic, anytime I look at the map and it's too far away from Viridian City where I am, if ever I go inside and outside of a building, it completely resets Suicune's location, and it gets fully randomized. So that's kind of our way of like re-rolling where Suicune is, so that it's in a favorable spot for us to actually like get to it. Black Scarecrow says, I have to highlight the 1 in 16 specifically, saying when you do a route boundary, because it doesn't do 1/16 if you're already in the route. The 1 in 16 saying when you do a route boundary, because it doesn't 1/16 if you're already in the route. Correct. I think I understand what you're saying. Oh, no. Once you're in the route, no, it stays. I see what you're saying now. It's only if you change the route boundary. Yes. Yes, once it's in a route, it never moves until you encounter it or leave the route. Yes, I understand what you're saying now. I see, that's why you had been re-entering that building. Yeah, and sometimes it takes a really long time where we can just never get Suicune to spawn where we want it to. And then sometimes we can also do a dex check in Vermilion City, because there's just a off chance that we can encounter it here. It doesn't happen very often, but it's always worth trying. No, it's kind of close, but it's too far away to do. But yeah, sometimes I like checking in Vermilion just to see if it's encounterable from there. But yeah, it moves like a chess piece, so it moves adjacent from the area that it's currently in. There's also a thing that you can do, which is like fly blocking, where if you fly from a route and then fly immediately back to the town that you started in, you can actually block the route that you were currently on to prevent it from going to that spot, and then it turns like a 1 in 3 chance into like a 1 in 2 chance. But it like is so rare that it's almost not even worth doing. But it's fun when you get it, because like you increase your odds on like a 1 in 3 chance, and it makes it a lot more fun. Did you always check once you hit Vermilion like a process, or did I influence that? I did it by accident a couple times, and then I was like, oh wait, it's here. And then it ended up working out. So it was, once I heard that you were doing it as well, I was like, maybe I'll give it a try. But Deoxys Dennis redeeming some shiny luck. Shiny luck. Deoxys Dennis, welcome in. If you have any questions about the hunt, let me know. Graphic says, this seems fun. I'm shiny hunting my starter in LeafGreen right now. I'm excited for playing the game one day. Yes. Hunting for the starters. Best of luck. It is an arduous task. And it makes you want to play the game so badly. Oh, is Dennis from your stream, Black Scarecrow? Well, welcome in from the other side. Welcome in.
Oh boy, smooching time!
Thank you for the follow. Oh boy, smooching time. Yeah, man, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. You got access to some fun emotes now as a follower, so definitely give it a whirl. Yeah, Graphic, definitely, if you want to hang out on the YouTube side, we've got a fun little group that hangs out on YouTube. And they usually tune in for the Zygarde Dynamax adventures that I play in Sword and Shield. But that's, like, where the peak of my, like, YouTube engagement begins. And then every other day, it's like, I have, like, no engagement from YouTube sometimes. So it's nice to have more people on the YouTube side. I wish I could be on my PC and have a YouTube tab for you up, but working at 5 a.m.? Damn, that's rough. Hell yeah, sounds good. Hey, work's work, I get it. Alright, we got a 1 in 3 chance. So this was south of Viridian this time. So we have a 1 in 3 chance of it going north. And we hit our 1 in 3 chance. We will take that. So let's get our white flute. We haven't had to use a single repel yet, which I'm very happy about. 1340. Well, I guess if it ends up being shiny, then I wouldn't soft reset. So it'd be... This is 1340 now. I was looking on Twitch for something like this, did not see you. Yeah, I think I've listed... Does it say that I'm playing Legend ZA? I think I have it listed as playing Legend ZA. I might have not switched that. But I feel like everybody uses the most recent Pokemon game and lists it as their game that they're playing, even though they're playing like a super old game. Which, like, I go back and forth on. Like, I usually like to test to see, oh, is this game, if I list it as this game, am I going to get more viewers? Or if I list it as FireRed, am I going to get less viewers or things like that? Because when I look at FireRed and LeafGreen, there's not a lot of people that are hunting in FireRed and LeafGreen. They are usually just doing, like, Kaizo runs or, like, emulators or, like, basically increased difficulty games. And that's just not what I'm playing. Is that the trick? Okay, good to know. There are none. Yeah, there's like no... And I think on the YouTube side, I think I have it listed as playing Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen. But on the Twitch side, I have Legend ZA. Heads up, if you'd like to do this, but you technically get a potential hit if you check it and it's in Route 20. If it shoots to 19 after checking Route 1, then you can possibly hit it off the bounce. Okay, wait, let me check this again. So, let me look at this on a map. This might be easier to do. Or, no, it wouldn't be this. It would be... Okay, so 21 down here. Oh, yeah, if it's on Route 20, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. So if it appears on Route 20, if I go a straight shot down, it's like a 1 in 4 chance to get it on Route 21. I've done this one before. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so yeah, anytime it is here on Route 20, I go straight down. I agree. Yes, I do keep that in mind. I think Richie actually might have showed me that one. But yes, thank you for the reminder on that. I think I might have forgotten about that one. See, okay, so here's the chance. Okay, so it's on Route 20 right now. And if I go all the way down to Route 21 right off the bat, I have a shot. So we're going to try it. Alright, and then we do a check. And what, is this like a 1 in 4 chance? Based on just the movements? Okay, yeah, it just completely randomized. That's worth checking, though. Oh, you check in Route 1? Oh, interesting. I've been shooting all the way down, and I've gotten it that way. Okay, well, I'll check in Route 1 next time. Basically, okay, so I have to check that it goes to Route 21 from 20 then, right? Okay, gotcha. I'll do that in the future. Yeah, the way I was doing it, I was just going straight down and not checking, and then I would just check on Route 21. And if it was there, I got it. If not, I would run back. And there was a stream that I got it like 3 times doing it that way. Oh. Did the Pokemon Center by accident. The reason why we do the... So we do this house instead of the Pokemon Center, because if you do the Pokemon Center, the music changes and the animation is slightly longer. But if you go in the house, the music never changes, so then you're fine. Okay, we got a chance going north. This is a 50-50, so we will not be doing a dex check. We'll just be popping our white flute and then going. Okay, I don't think we got it. Couple frames longer? Gotcha. Okay, I definitely think... Oh. Oh, and this is the one where I could immediately go west afterwards. Right. I think there was a point where I stopped even doing this dex check and then just went straight to Route 22. Okay, it's all coming back to me now. This... I'm getting it again. Now, I think I still do a dex check here regardless, because it's back to a 1 in 3 shot. Oh, and then it randomizes. Never mind. Okay, well, I'm gonna block this route then. In the off chance it stays adjacent. Okay. What does your Pokedex look like? How many shiny Pokemon do you have in LeafGreen? I think I only have Unknown and Goldeen. But I haven't caught any Goldeen or Seeking in this game, so it's literally just Unknown that I have that are shiny in this game. Check 1, and if not in 1, just shoot 22. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think I have Unknown in the dex here. Let me check. It would be under rare Pokemon. Yeah. I don't think it can show you whether or not you have the Pokemon shiny, though, unfortunately. But yeah. Yeah, so graphic. For 4 years, I hunted for all 28 forms of unknown at full odds. And I finished the alphabet after 4 years and 1 month of doing it. And if you are curious, I will share that with you if you would like to take a look. That is all of the data of the unknown hunt. That started back in August of 2021 and finished September of 2025. So that was like the main thing I did on my channel for the longest time. And I no longer need to do it because I completed it. Gen 5 introduced the shinies in the deck. See if you found an or caught a shiny of that Pokemon. Nice. Okay, cool. I think that was a question that I thought of but didn't think to ask. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this is another instance where I get to go up here, pop my white flute. See that it's not shiny, or not shiny, that it's not there. And then run all the way down to Route 22, because it can only go to Route 22. I am going to do a dex check here regardless, but... Okay, cool. And then we'll pop our white flute and we're good to go. Yes, my plan is to make a video of it at some point. I have this issue where I'm not good at tackling big projects like this, so I have to, like, my goal in 2026 is to basically spend 1 day a week working on the video, and then that way I'm able to break it up into segments and not, like, overwhelm myself with how much work it's gonna take to do it. Funny enough, if you catch a shiny in Gen 4, it will have the shiny you caught as the new entry, and of course when you check from then on, it's just a normal sprite picture. See, that's why, like, I think it'd be really cool if, like, your first time catching any Pokemon, if it's a shiny and it gets entered as a shiny in the dex, the entry should just stay shiny. But that's not how it works. That's so cool. Love your spreadsheet on the unknowns. Thank you. It was a really long project that I'm glad to finally move on from, but I also, like, miss what it did for the channel as well. If I get to a point where financially I can actually afford to do this setup, I want to do a 4-system unknown hunt where I complete the rest of the Game Boy, the Gen 3 Unknown collection that I'm missing. Because I have it between generations 3 and 4, but I want to get all the ones that I'm missing in Gen 3 and complete that collection. Yes, that is where the logo comes from. It's a W on the head and then a P on the chest. That R and E though, oh, which one was that? Hang on, now I have to pull this up. Yeah, the 24,396. That being the second phase, that was the first one I streamed, because I didn't stream the first unknown. I just did it on my camcorder. The R was the first one I streamed, and it took forever. And then I followed it up with the super long E, which was 24,738. Yeah, that was a wild ride. There are so many fun moments from that hunt too. Like, I know once I start working on the video, I'm actually gonna be, like, super invested in it. But it's just a matter of, like, actually getting started on it. Okay, we got a chance going south here. Beartick, what was the first Pokemon game you ever played? It was actually this Pokemon LeafGreen cartridge. This was the first one I ever played. chose Charmander as my starter, and proceeded to only use Charizard for the entire run. The rest of my team was the legendary birds and just like a couple Pokemon that I picked up from Victory Road. And then it was just Charizard after that. Honorary Gen 1er, yeah. The concepts of Gen 3 versus Gen 1 did not exist to me at that point in my life. It was, yes, this is the first game because it's the Kanto region. This is a 1 and 3. I do a dex check. Oh, they randomized. Okay. Yeah, so the first Pokemon games coming out came out. What was it? Okay, the anime came out in '98, right? And then the first games, Red and Blue. Okay, sorry. In Japan, they came out in '96, right? Did Red and Blue in the US come out in '98, or did they come out in '96? Oh, so the anime came out first. I don't think I realized that. This is a 50-50 going south. Okay, so I was born in '98, so I like feasibly could not play the games when they first came out. But yeah, so I could not feasibly play them. My brother played a little bit of them, so that's why like we had the cartridges growing up. Oh no, I am. How old am I? 27? I'm 27. I think I missed this 50-50. But yeah, definitely do a fact check on that. Okay, I don't think I can get... The 50-50s don't work so that I cannot get to that one, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll go back up. I have friends that are like older than 94, so like that's not old to me. Like I would anime was 98. Okay, so then when did Red and Blue in the US come out? That's the next question. Pokemon Red and Blue US release date. Okay, they released in the US September 28th, 1998. Okay. And then Pokemon Yellow released after the anime. Yes, Pokemon Yellow released October 18th or 19th on 1999. Different sources provide different dates. Okay, so Yellow came out a year later. Red and Blue came out fall of 98. And then the anime, Pokemon Anime US release date was September 8th, 1998. So the anime did come out before the game. And the anime was just an advertisement for the game. There's one way to think about it. Gold and Silver was 2000. Yes, that makes sense. So because my brother is older than me and was that age to get those games, we had those games growing up. I didn't have to like search for them or anything like that. Yeah, man, that was the original Pokemon craze. What news outlet? Oh, not Bulbasaur. What news outlet did a piece on the 25th anniversary of Pokemon or something recently? Also, we have an ad starting soon, just a heads up on the Twitch side. Was it... Hang on, I have the article. Let me find it. Yes, it was this one. So, Time Magazine did a release on the game 25 years of Pokemon in America. So that's how they did it, basically. And they released, in Pokemon fashion, they did a release of this where it was, they had Mew on the cover, and then they had like Pikachu, Charmander, Squirtle, and like Jigglypuff or something. But yeah, so they came out with this, and I was reading about like what the US release of Pokemon was like and how it almost failed. And they actually go to detail talking about why Mew and the like whole rumors of like, oh, you can get Mew in your game, because Mew was in the code of the original game but then was scratched. But then everybody's like, well, wait, hang on, what's this Mew? How do I get Mew? And Mew single-handedly basically saved the game from being a flop. Over in Japan, specifically. And then all of the hype around it in the US got like so high that everybody played it, and that's why they did such a big release over in the US when the game finally came out. Yeah, so that's a little bit. I think you might be able to look up that article somewhere online if you have like a Time Magazine like subscription or something. But it's a really fascinating read. So I definitely recommend checking that out if it's somewhere online. I don't know where. Who knows? Maybe I could read it aloud for y'all. We'll do a story time stream. We're doing everything but shiny hunting right now, but yeah, I figured that was worth mentioning since we were on the topic of it. 91 graphics from the 91 era. You're a year older than my brother. Okay, here we go. This is the 50-50 going north with a no dex check afterwards. And yeah, I expect that. And if it's not here, we go west. Yeah, keep getting those shiny rolls in, folks. You get a cooldown every half hour. Alright, and then we go west, or sorry, we go south. You just gotta hit a 4096 or an 8192. We're playing Gen 6 and onward odds. We also have a, what is it? We have a redeem in the channel rewards. I don't know where you find it. Oh, it's at the bottom. You can get the shiny roll charm, which basically increases your odds by like 8. If you have it, but you need 65,000 channel points. So, there's that. Okay, this is gonna go west then. Or it'll just continue east and then we won't have a chance at it. Half hour? Scarecrow should be taking notes. He makes his wait an hour. But, people have like a... You get a sub roll as well, right? Isn't that a thing? Oh yeah, it fully went east. Where if you're a subscriber, you get an extra roll or something. I don't know how to program that, but... Okay, block 22. Yeah, some channels have it set up where if you're a subscriber of the channel, you get like a second shiny roll or something per hour. Oh, you changed it last year. Gotcha. Okay, so yours is down to a half hour as well. Yeah, when I heard all the channels doing an hour, I'm like, I don't even stream for that long. That means you only get, if I did a 3-hour stream, that would mean you only get 3 checks. And that's not fun. Plus, I want people to win, you know? We've only had one person get it on our channel so far. Alright, 1 and 3 going south. Ooh, you got a Charmander. Let's go. I think you're the first person to get a Charmander in my channel. What's the prize? If you hit the shiny roll, you get put in the Shiny Roll Hall of Fame, which is a list in the About section of my stream, and then you also get VIP privileges. So, pretty good stuff. Oh, it just randomized. Oh, immediate. Oh, this is a 50-50. This is a fly encounter. So, because we flew from Route 22, we blocked the west route. So now it's a 50-50. It either goes further south or it goes north. I don't think we hit it. Oh, we didn't hit it. Oh, it went south. Okay. That means it can still go west now because the block no longer is affected. So we're going to go west from here. At least I think that's how it works. I have no way to know for sure. I haven't tested this enough. Okay, and then we just go north again. So we're in limbo here. Okay, we got it. We went through 3 repels on that one. Lots of misses. Alright, finally got it. Not shiny. We move on. Dang, Scarecrow made this look so easy. So much information to take in for dex checking. Yeah, because that's the thing. Once you do this long enough, you don't have to think out loud about how to do this. I'm doing it just to reacquaint myself with it, and then I don't have to do it anymore. But yeah, there is a lot that goes into it. Scarecrow's even more impressive because he is able to operate 2 different screens at the same time, which I mean, maybe with practice I could get to, but like I cannot do that. I don't think I'm capable of doing that. Oh wait, hang on. Let's do a dex check here real quick. But yeah, there's a lot of information to take in, and it's also like a lot to remember. Oh, I used to just do the gate method out of Celadon City, and I was falling asleep doing that. This is at least more active and like engaging than just going back and forth between gates. I don't think I could go back to that. I think I tried doing it once on stream, and I was like, this is agonizing. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, is that a double hunt next to it? That's the way to do it. I mean, because like you gotta feel like you're doing something productive, because sometimes these can just take really long. But I mean, Rich, Hanger, Scarecrow, everybody's been working to fine-tune it to see like, okay, how fast can we really do this? This is a 50-50, I believe. I didn't mean to go there. There's a slight delay on this TV that making it a little bit difficult. Did we miss it? Tough. I think we missed the 50. Yeah, we missed it. Okay. Does blocking this route make sense? We're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. I think it makes sense to block 22, but the north and south routes I think you have to keep clear. But yeah, I was happy to get... I ended up getting 400 something encounters in 1 week for Roamer Week last year, which is it's the second week of February every year. So once we get closer to that in 2026, I will obviously be promoting that a little bit more, because I do plan on taking part in that again. That was a lot of fun last year, and I really want to do it again. Well, I was so focused on getting as many, like, how efficient could I get in a single week using a single method. And we did Viridian for pretty much, like, almost all of it. And I really wanted to get down to, like, the nitty-gritty of, like, specifics of, like, oh, how long was this? Or, like, is it worth it to do a surf method here? Or there's, like, how many can I get in a single hour? Which is what I was trying to do. And I got a pretty good hour once, where I got like 20 something in an hour. But it's, at the end of the day, it's just random. Can we get a Route 2, please? Thank you. I feel like we've missed on that a couple times. My real favorites are the wallet encounters. And there's no... It's like a really long story of how those work, but Hanger's got an emote on his channel where it was every time he got it on the first dex check, and it was just adjacent and immediately got to check it, the chat would spam the wallet emote. So now I just refer to the ones that happen on the first run as the wallet encounters. We haven't had any today, but would love to see one. Suicune's the only beast added in Pokemon Unite. Well, I think Unite, they want to use, like, and maybe I don't know the full pool, but I feel like they want to use Pokemon that walk on 2 feet and have, like, arms instead of, like, on all fours, you know what I mean? So, I think they want to do more of those, which means I don't think they would want to do Pokemon like Suicune or Raikou or Entei as much. But at the same time, like, I mean, you don't need arms to play Pokemon Unite, you know what I mean? I played Pokemon Unite when it first came out, and that was about it. Oh, they have all the evolutions? Okay. I honestly lose track of all the Pokemon they add in it, too, so that's another aspect of that. But, like, you know what I mean? Unite feels like it's a bipedal Pokemon game. You know what I mean? I don't know. Gotta head to bed, unfortunately. Have a great rest of the streaming. Good luck. Thank you, Scarecrow. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to reminisce and talk about the roamer method with you, so I'm glad you joined for a little bit. Suicune might just be the most popular. Really? Like, it's the most popular Pokemon to use in Unite? Maybe I'm thinking of Pokken, because it was also the only beast that was in Pokken. And I did a lot of Pokken. I really wanted to, like, get competitively good at that. Stacks redeeming, is that 6 Shiny Lux? Incredible. Thank you for all the Shiny Lux stacks. Hopefully we can get it. No, in general, I feel like popular Pokemon get added. I see what you mean. Yeah, of the 3, Suicune is obviously the most popular. I don't know if it's, like, design-wise, but, like... Because, like, that's the thing. I like all 3 of the roamers. So I don't quite think of them that way. I just kind of view all of them equally, and they've got, like, different characteristics that make them more interesting than the others in different facets, but... Where would this one go? It would go... So we just go south, okay. But yeah, I've never viewed one more than the other as a favorite. But I understand that it's perceived that Suicune is the most popular. Okay, I'm just gonna do the dex check here. I know I don't need to do a dex check here, but I'm gonna check anyways. And we'll just go south again. Recency bias as well. They'll just add some random Pokemon from the new games to advertise it as well. That makes sense. They do it with Pokemon Go a lot, where they'll, like, introduce the starters that are from the latest gen, but they won't introduce any other... Like, they released the Paldean starters, like, really early, and they were the only Paldean Pokemon for the longest time. They did that with Pokemon Sleep as well. They added the Paldean starters just because they were the new starters. And we haven't had any other Paldean Pokemon since. Wait, am I north right now? Yeah, I am. Ugh. Alright, I'm just gonna do a reset here. They also added Latios and Latios, though they look really small in the game. Yeah. Game Freak's got this weird thing where they, like, can't figure out the size of Pokemon. And it's the case with a lot of older Pokemon that they make just absurdly big, like Onix, Gyarados, Steelix, Wailord, just to name a few, that are just absolutely massive Pokemon, and they just have no idea what to do with them. Because now in Legend ZA, like, Onix is in the game, but it's tiny. Like, it's maybe a little bit taller than the character. They've added all the Gen 8 starters except Grookey. Interesting. So wait, they've added Inteleon into Pokemon Unite, but they didn't add Rillaboom? That's kind of wild, actually. I thought Rillaboom would have been the more popular one. But yeah, I haven't played Unite since its release, so I'm definitely out of the loop when it comes to that game. It's a mid-game still. Terrible bouncing as always. Well, because, like, I have a lot of friends who play League of Legends. I don't play League of Legends. But when I see Pokemon Unite, and based on what I've seen out of League of Legends, I get the impression that they're supposed to be the same game. Like, it's the same style of game. And they are constantly making nerfs and changes to characters, champions, in League of Legends. So I'm wondering, is there like a solution to that? Like, is there a lot of like nerfing and like buffing that they have to do for specific characters? Are there some Pokemon that are only playable at certain times, or do they like only make some Pokemon available for a select period of time? Like, are they eventually going to get to the point where they have that kind of pool of like characters to play? Or problem is they are greedy as fuck and make every release broken on purpose to get sales and then nerf it. Yeah, that's kind of sketch. But hey, Pokemon's figured out. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, Pokemon's figured out that they're going to make money off of their microtransaction games and skins and cosmetics and games like Pokemon Sleep, where you got people funneling like money monthly into a game like that. Same with Pokemon Go. Like, the whales find a way to make the most of those games, and then that is where Pokemon makes all of their money. To the point where it's like they don't need to put as much effort into the mainline games. If anything, the mainline games are now just advertisements for all of their mobile games at this point. That's basically kind of what's happened now. And they're not gonna like sink a ton of time into like making as good a story as we got out of like games like Black and White and then Black 2 White 2. Because that's the peak of like storytelling in the Pokemon games that we've got. That's where they kind of like, that was the peak of trying to create compelling characters, dialogue, etc. And before that, it was, we're going to do the formula of 8 badges and just go through kind of a pretty simple story for the most part. Everything has been an expansion off of that. And all of the current games, Gen 6 and onwards, for Pokemon games, are basically just based off of the original formula. For example, Blastoise used to be a solid defender, however, he's been pushed out of actual usability due to the releases just having better abilities. Interesting. Because, okay, so he's just been power crept now, so he's just not even good anymore. That's unfortunate. Clerics are a thing, right? Like, healers are a class in Pokemon Unite? I don't remember. Exactly, why play him when you can freaking play the Ho-Oh that can revive teams, you know? Oh my gosh, it can just do that? Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Is there an option to, like, are there bans, like in League of Legends, where you can, like, ban a Pokemon from being used? Is that a thing yet? I know Pokemon Unite is super young, so, like, it's not quite there yet, but is that something that can be done? Or is the pool just not big enough yet? Because they're just going to keep adding Pokemon to it. Bans are only at the highest rank and it should be at all leagues? Yeah, that's dumb. I don't know, maybe I'll check out Pokemon Unite. I still have it, like, digitally downloaded on my Switch. So I could tap into that at any point. But I have no idea what I'm doing at that game. That would have been the way to get me into League of Legends, was through Pokemon Unite, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe not for me. It's been a long one. Had some pretty bad luck trying to find Suicune here. I just realized that the audio is probably not... The game audio does not really help here. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute it, I think. Yeah, this way you guys get to hear the full, like, background music. I think you'll enjoy that more. We'll run it for a little bit. If you guys want me to keep it that way, we'll keep it that way. I don't mind listening to both, so I can still hear it on my end. But that's for sparkle purposes more than anything. I want to hear the sparkles when they happen. I'm actually a good Aegislash player that have made top ranks many times, but when they released Mega Charizard X, I couldn't beat him. Is like super effectiveness and like type matchups, are those a thing in Unite? I can't remember. Also, it's very interesting that they have Mega Evolution as a thing in Unite as well. We'll run with this for a little bit, and then we can go back to having both. Because I realize that, like, maybe the audio from this isn't, like, appealing. Because it makes sense to have game audio for playing Legends ZA, in my opinion. I don't know if I was not paying attention where it does. I have to do another dex check. Okay, it is north, so we go south. Doesn't just raw skills on the sticks. I like they call joysticks the sticks. It's funny. This is a dex check. Whoops. This is a 1 in 3 chance. And now we go west. I got my DS audio going and Chopin stream along with yours. That's right, Chopin is streaming. How is Chopin's stream going? What's he streaming? Alright, well, we'll take one piece of audio out of your ear. It'll help with taking everything in, Stacks. By the way, we also have an ad starting soon. It's a Hades night. Lovely. I have all my DS Game Boys muted when I'm watching a streamer. Makes sense. I personally need to hear the game for shiny purposes, but I know that not everybody needs that. I think it randomized, so I'm just gonna... Because I look at it and I don't quite process what I looked at on the map, but it's okay, we're fine. Okay, this is north. Okay, we got it, finally. Oh, I did not have a repel. Must have run out at some point. On to the next one. Oh, shoot, that happened on an ad break. Whoops. Well, that is, if that's your reason to need to be a subscriber, there it is. Nah, don't subscribe if you don't need to. Alright, we are back from the ad break. The Suicune was not shiny. That would have been brutal if it was shiny. Alright, let's do our Vermilion check. I'll eat the ads. Thank you, sir. Too far away. I usually have the Wii Shop music going while doing these hunts. Let's go. It's not quite a Wednesday. Alright, it's south, so we go north. 1 in 3 shot. Would this be a wallet? If we got this, this would be a wallet encounter. Okay, we'll go west. There's the 1 in 16 chance. Alright, we'll block west. Still waiting on your beep, Stacks. Oh, wait. I just realized Lejeune put in random beeps and I did not see them. Let me get those loaded up. That's on me. Means I gotta get a flow timer going. Thank you for the hydrate. Love that. Yeah, I never got Lejeune's beeps going. So, Lejeune, your beeps are on the way. Alright, and then thank you for the hydrate as well. Take care of that. Dennis rolling a 1098. I also have this light in the background that I meant to turn off a while ago. Give me 1 second. That's been just like glowing above me the entire time, and I don't like it when it does that. Okay, we're much better now. Alright. 1-3 chance going north. It's freezing over here. Wish I could be in shorts. So my room has this thing where it gets really warm in the winter and it gets really cold in the summer. So I'm bundled up in my room during the summer and I'm like in comfy clothes during the winter. Like, people who've been watching for a while can attest. During the summer, I'm usually, like, bundled up in this room. Alright, we got it. On to 1345. My room is hot all the time, but really hot in winter. Are you on a higher floor in the house that you live in, or wherever you live? Because with ours, I'm on the second floor, so the heat travels up. So the upper floors of our house are really warm, but the main level is like freezing the entire time. And then the basement's like super cold. Because we have like no insulation down there. The chimney is like behind one of the walls in the room. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Wait a minute. Oh, this is a 1 in 4 chance going north. We can do this one. Okay. Ah, damn. Okay. It was worth a shot. I wouldn't even try the 25% odds. We've located the beeps. Those were Stacks. Those were Lejeune's beeps that I put in 5 minutes ago. That was 299 seconds on those beeps. But yeah, we're still waiting on yours. I promise they'll come soon. Hopefully. Oh, Dennis, we have this like running bit on the stream called Random Beeps. So you can redeem like 350 channel points for beeps that are just randomly going to go off at any point during the stream. So it's also another chance for a shiny roll as well, because the number is anywhere between 1 and 8,192 seconds. So that's just something you can redeem on the channel. And the idea behind them is that they're really loud and they're really annoying and just like abrupt and like yeah, so it's just a thing. You'll get used to it. But I used to RNG manipulate on Pokemon Coliseum. So I would use let's get them banned. We can have 2 sets of beeps going at once. Because I've only got so many beep applications that I can have open at one time. But yeah, if you wanted to redeem them, you're more than welcome to. There's no promise that they're going to happen during the stream. Because they might be like 7,000 something seconds, and I won't be streaming for that long. So I'll usually like refund you if they don't go off. But yeah, so we're still waiting on Stax's that he redeemed right at the beginning of stream, and then we just had Lejeune's go off. So there is an open slot for one if you would like to redeem any. Beeps it is. Let me get them for you. Alright. And yeah, if they don't go off during the stream for whatever reason, I'll just go in and refund you afterwards. That way you'll get your points back. Alright. Dennis, your beeps are on the way. Good luck. Hopefully you're here for them. But yeah, it's Eon Timer and Flow Timer, which are applications you use for like hitting the right frame during RNG manipulation. And I used them when I was doing Pokemon Coliseum RNG manipulation to get shinies with good stats. And people enjoyed how loud and abrupt the beeps were that we decided to just keep using them. So now they're just something you can redeem to go off during stream. And we even have an emote for them now, so that's something you get if you're a subscriber. Yeah, if there's anything this channel enjoys more, it is these viewers love a good bit. And the beeps are probably the longest running bit on the channel. Alright, going north. Going west. Going north again. Going west again. It's got us in a little bit of a limbo here. Nope, too far away now. Alright, we'll block this route. This is a 50-50 going south. Please, please. Nah, we didn't hit it. That's unfortunate. Oh, it's another 50-50 going south. Alright, we got it this time. On to the next one. What did we start at again? 13... Was it 1336 that we started at? So we've done 10 so far. It's on the slower end for sure, but I've also been very distracted, and I'm clearly out of the loop on doing this stuff. Not as fast as I used to be. We've also hit a couple walls where we just have gotten unlucky with the resets. Okay, we will not do a vermilion check this time. Okay. We're gonna go south to see if it's close enough. So this is the Route 20 encounter. Quick check to see if it goes to the next route. It does. Okay, so now we go all the way down. And then this is like a 1 in 4 chance or something. To do our first surf encounter if we get this. No. Is it still possible to get this? now I'm curious. We're gonna test this out. Okay, it's still west, so we can actually just go all the way up north again and try for it. It's just a lot of biking. Okay, south again. Nope, randomized. Alright, and then I gotta pop my repel next time we get it. Okay, this is a 50-50 going north. If it's not here, we just reset. No! Unfortunate. And then we can go in this house because it's closer. So we missed out on a 1 in 4 chance that became a 1 in 3 chance. And then we missed out on a 1 in 2 chance. So this one's taking a little bit longer than the other ones. Now we're back to re-rolling. Officially at the 2-hour mark on stream. These will be going for 1 more hour. Or no, wait. Oh no, we're going for another hour and a half. My bad. Another hour and a half. My bad. It'll be a 3.5 hour stream. Yeah, because I'm wrapping up at 9:30 or 9 p.m. Central is when I'm ending stream. All right, this is a 1 in 3 chance going north. We'll do a dex check here. And it fully randomized. Well, isn't this just the pits? Alright, it's north again, so now we go south. Well, I guess we'll just run through. We won't do the dex check. Yeah, okay. Then we'll actually do the dex check. I didn't mean to run right into the route there. I just ended up there. Oh no, it just randomized. Okay, never mind. It's back! Carbkaiser, welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate as well. Do that real quick. Yes, for a limited time. I'm actually planning on doing this like twice a month for the foreseeable future, I think. Because the plan was to bring this back in 2026. But I was dumb and thought the DLC came out today, so then I couldn't play the DLC playthrough on stream. So I was like, alright, well let's replace this with something better, which is just roaming Suicune hunts. So now we're doing Suicune encounters. And now we're here. And it's better this way. But yeah, nothing official yet, but I'm planning on doing a dedicated Gen 3 hunt once a week in 2026. That's at least my stream goal, is to get at least one Gen 3 hunt done each week, one Legends Arceus hunt per week, or just something in Legends Arceus, and then the third day is just a miscellaneous. So it's insert something new, but the key is to have a dedicated schedule toward it. And I'll come out with more official stuff once we get into 2026, once we get closer to end of the holidays. And I can kind of line up a schedule that actually makes sense. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to involve a lot of makeup streams, because there are going to be days that I'm just not available to do the stream each day. But the goal is to come out with a stream schedule each week so that everybody knows when my 3 streams are going to be in a given week. So that's what I would want to get to. And I'm going to try to be as over-communicative as I can about what that schedule is going to be. So what I see is that it'll be 2 streams a week to start. And then that third stream slot is just going to be a dedicated work on the unknown video day. Because that's something that I just need to get done. And I've resulted in pushing it to 2026 to work on it, basically. Not shiny, we move on. So yeah, that is what I've got planned. Oh, hit the B button by accident. You will get it in 37 minutes and 54 seconds. I will get Suicune in 37 minutes and 54 seconds. Alright. I believe you. So that is... Here, I'll put a timer down for it. I'm going to put a timer down for that exact amount of time. You said 54 seconds? Alright, timer starts now. That would be absolutely phenomenal if I got it then, but I'm willing to rock with that. I'm down. Alright, this is a 50-50 going north. We're expecting it to bounce from Victory Road over to here. Okay, we didn't hit there. Now, I don't have to do a dex check here. So I'm not. And we got it. Okay. See, that was a quick one. Alright, we are out of fuel. We'll do a dex check here. Why not? Oh? This is a 1 in 3 chance going north because it's currently east right now. Now it could go further east or it could go north onto this route. Okay, we got the vermilion. We got the vermilion counter. This can actually be a surf encounter too. Because we'd love to find Suicune on the water, wouldn't we? Okay. Ah. Come on. I'm starting to think that it's not a good idea to surf encounter here. Because we're going to go off the water and it's going to be right here. Oh, then it wore off. Yeah. The grass encounters are so much faster, but it's so fun to do the surf encounters. But sometimes it's just not efficient. But I'd love to get it on the surfboard, right? Because that's the whole, like, stream raid notification that we set up is Suicune on the surfboard. Let's continue onward. Let's keep an eye on that timer that graphics set for us. We got 32 minutes left on it. Even down to the second is like an insane guess to make, but I'm all for it. I'm down. I'd love to get it now. Okay, well, we definitely have to do the dex check. On the dot. This is another Vermilion chance. It's a very slim chance going north again. So we'll do the dex check. No, it went north instead. It was west of Saffron City, and then it went north. We were hoping it would go south. But that's okay. Alright, we got a 1 in 3 chance going north. We got it. We move onward to 1350. Got some quick ones here. Alright, well, we have to do another Vermilion check because we just keep getting Vermilions. Ah, too far away. Okay. Okay, we've got the rare surf opportunity. Route 21. Let's give it a check, see what we got. If it goes north, we can take it. Nope, it went east. $50-50 going north. Not going to do a dex check. But this is a hard 50-50. If we don't get this, we have to go back.
no dex check.
Got it. Not shiny. 1351. 26 minutes and 45 seconds to go on our countdown. Graphics countdown here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited. I too would like it to happen in 37 minutes and 54 seconds on the dot. Oh, Carb Kaiser, by the way, if you're still here, I've got it set up now where if you give literally just 1 bit to the channel, I think you'll have access to the math mod badge. So check that out, see if it works. If it's not there, it'll probably be there like the next day. But yeah, all you have to do is like give 1 bit and you have it, I'm pretty sure. And then we'll tell people to not use it because they're not math mods. Yeah, because Karkaiser was asking about if we could get like a math mod badge. And I was like, let me look into this. So we have the badge now. And it's only 1 bit. So he just has to give 1 bit and he has it. And nobody else is allowed to use it. Another 50-50 going north. No, I'm indoors. Ah, idiot. Never mind. Because then it just randomizes again. Ugh, gross. Hate it here. Yep, never do a dex check indoors. Because once you exit out, it's not going to be there anymore. Good to update the other viewers. I know precisely when it will be. Yes. Why did I skip over it? You know, graphics reading the calendar. Graphics knows exactly when it's going to happen. I'm just keeping everybody else updated. Alright, 1 in 3 chance going south. Been skipping it. Alright, 1 in 3 chance going west now. Now, whose beeps were those? Stacks! Stacks, we've located your beeps. 7,995 seconds on those. And those were redeemed right at the beginning of stream. They finally arrived. Your patience has been rewarded. Congratulations. Okay, we get a surf encounter for this one. There we go. It was easier with the joystick. Not shiny. We move on. Do a Vermilion check. Too far away. Oh, dex trick. Ooh, all right, this is a 50-50 going south. Don't get this one very often. And we missed it. "19 minutes to go until the Suicune that is shiny will arrive." The calendars have aligned, the planets are in orbit in the perfect spots. It's going to occur in 18 minutes and 30 seconds. The moment we've all been waiting for. Alright, it is north. 1 in 3 chance. Alright, we got it north. Oh, we have a chance going north. I was like, oh yeah, we are in Vermilion. Nah, well, west. Okay, so wait. If it's west of Saffron, it can go there, 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 there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 1 and 4 from what we just did. If it was north of Saffron, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 1 in 6 chance if it's north. And then if it's east, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 in 5 chance if it's east. But that was a 1 in 4 chance specifically. Okay. Sorry, I haven't sat down and like actually broken down what the odds were on each of those. Alright, we've got the rare Route 21 option here. Dex check to see if it's worth it. We have a chance. Oh, it went north. Okay, so if I were to go... I guess I'd have to go back onto Route 1 to see. That was just a full-on randomize, wasn't it? Okay, so let's see. What does it have now for us? Okay, it's still north, so we just go all the way back north again. Off. Slim chance here, but this would be great if we got it. Oh, go west. And it's too far away now. Alright. We'll block this route. Fly back. Thirteen minutes to go until the reported shiny Suicune will appear. This is like 8:15, I think. 8:15 is when it's expected to hit. Okay, we got a 1 in 3 chance going north. Going south. They said it's always better to just do the dex check when you're north. I want to do it in Viridian because it could go anywhere from here. Okay, so because it's there, it would have to go here. Okay, got it. Because I'm pretty sure once you check in Viridian and it is in the right spot, it is just a 1 in... It's a 50-50, basically. Alright, 1354. And we got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes until it shall appear. Graphics, I hope you're ready for this. This is going to be monumental to shiny hunting, if you were to guess this correctly. We'll do a dex check here. Too far away. So either this attempt takes 9 minutes, or I get a really quick one, and then I get it in... So it'll be on 1356 when I get it. That's basically what it's boiling down to here. Nope, not unknown. Alright, this is a 1 in 3 going north. We got it north, alright, so we got a quick one. We got an ad starting soon as well, just a heads up. Oh, hit the fly too early. Okay, I'm gonna say no Vermilion check this time. 1 and 3 going north again. It's 1 and 3 west now. It's south now. And it stays south. All right. Not shiny, and we are 5 minutes away from the apparent shiny Suicune, according to graphics. We're getting there. I got 4 minutes and 30 seconds on my clock. So we're not going to get this one right away unless we get like 2 really quick ones right off the bat. Alright, first check. Alright, it's a 50-50 going south. Do we get another one in? Alright, we got another one. Wow, okay. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. It's really coming down to the wire here. Okay, 3 minutes on the clock. I've gotten Suicunes faster than this, so. But it's also comes down to luck. You're right, Stacks. I didn't realize he was live. That's on me. Oh, for a raid? I see. That's okay. How was stream? How was Hades 2? Chopin, we have a guy in chat on the YouTube side. His name is Graphics. He is predicting that I will get shiny Suicune in 2 minutes and 26 seconds from now. And he made this guess when it was 37 minutes and 54 seconds. I'm Eepy. What's your name? Hi, Eepy. I'm Ben. I'm WP Beartick. Okay. We've got a 1 in 3 chance going north. A minute 55 to go. Alright, I'm on the right route. I'm not going to get another attempt in. So, am I just going to wait 2 minutes? Graphics, what do I do here? We're on the correct route. Should I wait to encounter it? Wait it out? Okay. I want you to type when I need to go in the grass. I also got my timer here as well, so I'm gonna be right here. Alright, waiting it out. And when you type now, I'm gonna run in the grass. So I'm waiting on you. Folks, there's never been a more anticipated moment on stream than what we're doing right now. Maybe the unknown hunt. Maybe like getting the letter Q. That was maybe highly anticipated. Go now? Okay. This is it. Shiny Suicune right here. Doesn't look shiny to me, unfortunately. Maybe you got your day mixed up. Maybe it's the next time I stream this. That'll be it. Never said shiny, though. Got it. You said you will get it in 37 minutes and 54 seconds. Oh, brother. Alright, well... I guess we'll just keep hunting, then. Who knows? Maybe the next one will be shiny. What did I start at? 1336, 1339? I was off. I'm rusty. That's okay. But yeah. Chopin, we're back to Roman. My plan is to do this once or twice a month. Get one Suicune hunt in, 1 or 2 a month. My plan for 2026, and this is like a soft goal that I'm eventually going to like make a big post about, is I want to dedicate 1 day a week doing a Gen 3 shiny hunt, and then I want to do 1 day a week doing something in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and then and then there will be a third stream in the week where I'm just doing something miscellaneous. So it could be like Winnie the Pooh Home Run Derby, could be playing another game, could be Legends ZA, different things like that. That is how I am picturing streams to go from here on out. I'll make a longer post about what I plan to do for 2026. But for now, that is what my plan is. I had a feeling it was going to be on a 50-50 north encounter, so the time may vary, but not by much. Yeah, that ended up being a 1 in 3 chance going north, but I appreciate the commitment to the timing there. And the timing was like pretty good. We got like 2 more encounters in than I was expecting we would get. But yeah, appreciate something. I always like keeping these hunts get a little bit mundane, so it's nice to have something to look forward to with these. All right, 1 and 3 going north. Alright, north chance. Let's see what we got here. We're in a really nice rhythm right now. I hate to do anything to throw it off. Yeah, we've got probably another little less than 45 minutes to go on tonight's stream, and then we'll call it a night. But yeah, Chopin, how did Hades 2 go? This is a 50-50 going north. And then if it's not north, then we immediately go west. Ooh, I think we missed it. Let's see where it ended up. Oh, it randomized, that's why. Alright, well, we'll block this route and then reset it again. Gotta get my fluids up. $50-50 going north. This is a hard 50-50 too. So if it's not here, we just gotta reset again. That's unfortunate. Stayed in the exact same spot. Another hard 50-50 going north. Oh, did we miss it again? I think we missed it again. That's so unfortunate. And our repel's gone. So we've missed two 50-50s now. Oh, the rare Route 21 opportunity. Let's see if we've got a shot on it. Alright, we've got a chance on it. Gotta use the repel though. We haven't hit one of these yet today, but I'd like to. back north. Got it. All right. Got 2 repels out of this one. That'll put us on 1360. Alright, we've got a chance 50-50 going north with additional opportunities after. There we go. Alright, so the immediate no dex check worked. Yeah, you definitely save time not doing that dex check, so I like that. Oh, wait, no dex check inside. $50-50 going south. This is a hard 50-50. That's unfortunate. We're also past the 3-hour mark on today's stream. We're planning on going for another half hour. Trying to think of like a reasonable number that I'd want to end at. I mean, 1365 feels like a good one to end on, so we could even end a little bit earlier. Maybe we'll just go to that number and we'll call it good after that. That would be like what, 30 for the day? That's not bad at all. 30 over 3 hours. There's obviously faster times, but I'm getting back into the swing of things, so I'm not worried about it. Running into some bad luck here. Wow, Stacks, you're 5 off. $4,091. You're getting close. Alright, now we got a 1 in 3 chance going north. Got it. Took a little bit. Alright, probably the final ad of stream coming up soon, folks. $50-50 going north is a hard 50-50. Come on. Oh, I didn't get it. Unknown. This is a 50-50 going north with more opportunities after. Got it on the first one. Perfect. Alright, I think we're gonna do 2 more and then we're gonna be done for stream tonight. It's not the full 3 hours and 30 minutes, but that'll give me a little bit of time to decompress after stream. We can spend a little bit of time in the channel that we raid afterwards as well, so that'll be nice. Hard 50-50 going north. There's no way we missed it again. I'm doing a dex check. I don't believe it. Oh, no, just hard randomized. Got it. I guess it can do that, can it? Okay, this is a 1 in 3 going north with dex check. Oh, okay, this is an odd one. I think I always go south. And then still dex check. And then if it stays in Victory Road, then we do a dex check in Viridian. Oh no, we just got it. Okay, never mind. White flute. Yeah, white flute. There we go. No! If one of these Pidgeys or Rattatas is ever shiny, I'm gonna lose it. Last encounter of the stream coming up. Last soft reset. Yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out. I'm glad to see how receptive people are to having this hunt back. I feel like it's been so long since I've done an impossible shiny hunt like the unknowns, and the Suicune is probably the next closest one to it. But yeah, I'm glad to see that the love for Gen 3 is there. I think that reaffirms that I definitely want to continue doing these kinds of hunts on the channel going forward. Do over a million since we're here. Okay, this is a 1 in 5 shot going north. This would be electric if we ended on this one. Nope, didn't get it. Yeah, this has 5 available routes it can go to off of that spot. So, just incredible odds. Oh, exited Pokemon Center. Unknown mention. Okay, we got a rare Route 21 opportunity here. Is this going to be the one that hits? Alright, we got a chance. We'll go for it. Oh, it randomized. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, if we have the opportunity for a surf encounter, I will take it on this last one. So we failed a 1 in 5 chance and a 1 in 4 chance. On this run alone, and then we haven't seen anything else yet. Alright folks, but just a reminder, no stream tomorrow or the rest of this week. My schedule is going to get pretty crazy the rest of the week, so I'm just not going to try to force a stream in if it's not there. Expect a stream next week, either Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember exactly which day, but Monday or Tuesday. I believe Monday would make the most sense since that's the day after the DLC comes out. So Monday's stream will likely be DLC. If not, it's going to be Tuesday. So that's what we got coming down the pipe. And we'll see if we can get more streams in next week, because next week's fairly open for me. So I'd like to get as many streams as I can in there before the new year. Because once I go out of town for the holidays, I'm MIA, basically. But I'll keep you all updated with any shinies that I find while playing Legends ZA, so that'll be a lot of fun. Okay, it went the other way, so we go back up. Had a couple quick ones, but now this one's taking a little long. Anything that's over like 5 or 6 minutes is considered long for me, where it's just we keep having to reset at the fake house. Lots of misses on these rerolls. We haven't had an honest, like, 1 in 3 chance here in a while. A little antsy. I kind of want to just get this one, but it's taking a second. Really wants to stay on the east side of the map. All right, here we go. 50-50 shot with opportunities after. Let's do this. Got it. All right, last one. Here it is. It is not shiny. Not shiny. And that is where we will end stream. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. This has been a blast. Glad to be back in the Kanto region, doing some roamer hunting, some full odds hunting of all things. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Let me see who we can pass a raid to. I want to check real quick to see who's live. Let's see. Who makes sense? Let's okay, let's pass this over to Pei's channel. It looks like Pei is playing Pokemon. I cannot tell. Okay, yeah, she's hunting for Riolu in Legend ZA right now. This is a good one to pass over to. Alright, let's go ahead and gear up for that. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out. Stacks, thanks for hanging out. Graphics on the YouTube end, thank you for tuning in. Nice to meet you. We also had Lejeune, Scarecrow, Chopin. I'm trying to think of anybody else. Oh, Carb Kaiser as well. Had a lot of... Oh, and Deoxys Dennis stopping through as well. Great to meet some new people on the channel tonight. Got new followers as well, so exciting stuff. Let's go ahead and gear up for that raid over to Pei's channel. Next stream is going to be probably Monday, so stay tuned. I'm going to put out a schedule probably this weekend, and then we'll know for sure. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get ready for this raid, folks. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I will catch y'all next week, where the DLC will finally be out, and I won't misremember when it's actually released, and we'll actually get to play through the story of the DLC. So that'll be a lot of fun. Anyways, thanks so much for hanging out, y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Oh wait, hang on. Paige just got raided by somebody. We're gonna raid somebody else. I unraided. Hang on. I was ready to raid, and then she got raided by another stream. So we'll go find somebody who hasn't been raided. Let's go over to Way Gaming. Sorry. All right, we're gonna go raid Way Gaming, who is hunting Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Gen 3. Perfect. That's funny how that works sometimes. Now we'll pass the love over to Way's channel here. Alright, let me do another search again. Now we are good to go. Alright, we're gonna gear up for this raid here. Hunting in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Looks like they're hunting for Spoink. They're hunting for Spoink. Alright. Now we're gearing up for another raid. And now we'll be good to go. Alright, chat. We'll do this one again. Thank you so much for hanging out. Great stream. Can't wait for the next one. Monday next week. Mega Dimension DLC. I'll catch you all then. Peace.
Yo, Person with the raid. What up, my boy? How was your stream? What were you doing?